In this video, we're going to show you how to request that a song be created for Rocksmith 2014 Remastered. Now, bear in mind that as of right now, Rocksmith is not actually making new songs for Rocksmith 2014. They announced in a public service announcement that they've moved on to another Rocksmith project. And so what that probably means is that a new version of Rocksmith is coming. But that doesn't mean that you can't still request songs, and maybe if that song gets requested enough, that might possibly be included in the new game. Who knows? Also, there is a forum called customsforge.com. I believe it's customsforge.com. Let me check, make sure it's .net, not .net. Yes, it is customsforge.com. We're going to go over there in a little bit. Those are all user-made songs, and there's just over 1,000, almost 2,000 songs available for download there. By the time you watch this video, there's probably be at least 2,000, because they're just, every day 20, 30, 40 songs get added. So you have a much better chance over at customsforge.com of somebody making that song that you like. But then again, it's very, very hit and miss. And we'll go into some of the reasons why it's hit and miss and some things you can do to increase your chances that someone out there will be merciful and make the song that you want. So on Rocksmith, um, the official way to request songs is basically just to go to, and their shortened URL is rocksmith.com/requests. Okay, and so you click on that, you're brought over to this page, which first asks you to either create account or sign in. And I rarely get emails from this, so it's not like you're going to get completely bombarded with spam if you give Ubisoft, the company that makes Rocksmith, um, your email address. So they want you to enter an artist name. So I'm going to put in L King, and I'm going to say Last Damn Night. That's a song of theirs, and click. You can either click add another, right? Have another one. So let's go L King. Let's say we really want a bunch of songs from her. And since I'm drawing a blank on what names to request, let's look at some that I submitted over at Under the Influence. Let's use that one. All right. So say those are the only two songs I want to add. There are thousands I'd love to see available, but those are the two that I'm going to submit to Rocksmith that I tell them that I want. Just hit the submit button here. Thank you for your song suggestions. We'll get back to you probably never, but I made an attempt, right? So the odds that Rocksmith is going to make the songs that I want pretty darn slim. They only have so many people on their staff, and right now they're all busy coding the new version of Rocksmith that hopefully will be coming soon. So we assume. I mean, that's what makes sense to me, that the secret project they're working on, the semi-secret project, is probably going to be a new version of Rocksmith. So we've done it the official way, and I'm gonna, because it's a foreign topic, customsforge.com/topic/45859-CDLC-requests/ in this case, I'm on a specific page. I'm on the 63rd page of requests. I'm going to include that link in the body, in the description of this video, because there's just no way you're going to, I don't want you to have to keep hitting rewind, trying to figure out what that URL is. This is basically a forum page, and if you go all the way down to the bottom of this forum page, and you'll probably be asked to sign up for an account again with these guys, and again, you're not going to get bombarded with spam. They respect your privacy very much. Okay, so you basically just type in, your message, right? And then you're going to copy and paste in here links of the YouTube video. Is very, very helpful. So you're basically going to say the band name and the song, right? And then you're going to paste a link, either just a link here, or you're going to share the video so they can just click on that and watch it without having to go to another site. I highly, highly recommend including the tabs. And what's a tab, you're asking? Well, a tab is basically, tablature is a shortcut to writing music that tells you all the notes to play. And when you're watching Rocksmith, you're basically seeing tabs, but in a 3D visual game way other than just seeing, a bunch of notes on a screen, a bunch of numbers on a screen, written out the way the tablature is written. So not only do you need tabs, but it would be really helpful to the person creating the song, as someone who has created songs in the past, to include the GuitarPro version of those tabs. And GuitarPro is tablature software that you can be imported into the software that you use to make Rocksmith tabs. And in this case, that would be Editor on Fire, I believe it is. Yeah, EOF, Editor on Fire, is a software, one of the many softwares that you use when you're trying to create um, these songs for Rocksmith. And they'll let that Editor on Fire will let you import the um, the GuitarPro tabs, whereas with regular tabs, the person creating the song would just have to manually type those in. So here's an example of this, and you're not always going to be able to find on the internet GuitarPro tabs or even tabs at all for the song that you want. So if you don't have, first of all, it's a long shot in the beginning that someone out there is going to share your interest in that particular song and be so devoted to it that they're going to want to spend a couple hours or more trying to create the song. But there is a good chance. I've had at least 15 of my requests made. I've probably requested 50 songs. Of those, 50 got made, or 15 got made. So I requested it under here. If you're looking at the screen, it says L King Under the Influence bass, because I play the bass. So if they want to make the other stuff, that's great. But I'm really hoping they'll make the bass part for me. I found tabs. Sadly not in GuitarPro format. Okay, so on this one, I sort of didn't really luck out. I found tabs, but they would have to manually punch those in. Let's go to a previous screen, see if, because I requested a bunch all in a row. Let's go to the previous screen, see what songs are available. I requested some Lily Allen songs as well. Don't make fun of my taste in music. Scroll down here. Now, not everyone's doing this, right? But they're not going to likely have as much luck getting their, some guys just list on a whole bunch of songs he wants, right? Well, it's not very helpful to the person making it. Now the person has to go out and do a lot more work. And they have to go find those tabs, and who knows if they even exist, right? So I requested some Sex Pistol stuff, but of course I could not find bass tabs for it, so I didn't include them, so good luck getting those made. Here's one, The Cure, Hot, Hot, Hot. Said with bass, please. I found GuitarPro tabs. So you see that I embedded a YouTube video. Let's go ahead and watch that on YouTube. So I'll show you. You find the song on YouTube. Okay, so you want to share, right? Go over here, get the URL, and either highlight it and copy it yourself, or just press copy, right? And now you paste that into the form, into your request. You would paste that down here, the Cure. I'm not really going to post it because I already did. Hot, hot, hot bass, please. Guitar Pro tabs, because we're going to taste that, go find that and paste those in. And we're going to say video, right? Paste link. Now when I paste that, it'll display it so they can watch it on screen. If I use the share, if I just copy and paste the URL, all they're going to see is a link. And so, will that catch the person's attention that you're trying to, get to make this for you? Probably not. So my goal here is not to show you how to make the request, but how to increase your chances that someone will actually make it. So let's scroll up top here, because I also want to, GuitarPro tabs. I want to paste a link to those tabs, and I'll show you the difference between GuitarPro tabs and regular tabs. If I can find that link, here we go. Let's click on this link here. Should open in a new window. So there are multiple websites out there for tabs. So when you're searching, you just want to type in, bass tabs or whatever tabs you want into Google and type in the name of the band and the name of the song. In this case, this is GuitarPro tablature, and you can see that there's multiple parts here, right? There's two different electric guitar parts. there's a bass part. I'm clicking on the icons here to show the different part. And as I click on that part, it switches the tablature over here to show you what that is. So if you know how to read tabs, you could just use the GuitarPro tab to learn how to play. But you're not going to have the music playing along with you automatically like you would with. So you can see it sort of kind of looks like music. You know, the proper way to write music, but it's not. It's a shortcut. Well, in this case, yeah, there is the actual music there along with it. But the tabs are the numbers that you see up top, and then they're writing the actual music along there. I hadn't realized that, or I'd forgotten that. So there's trumpet parts, there's violin parts, there's bass parts. I care about the bass part. So it's all encoded within one file that the person making the tabs for you could just click on that download GuitarPro tab and then import that into Editor on Fire and import the MP3 into Editor on Fire, and now they can make um, the song for you, and they can export the MP3 right out of the video on YouTube. So by you providing them the video on YouTube, you've not only provided visual bait for them to know what song you're talking about and go, oh yeah, I love that. You've provided audio for them to actually make the song. And by providing the GuitarPro tabs, you have basically cut their job significantly down, the amount of work that it's going to take to do what you want. So I would just take this URL here, copy it, and then in my notes, put here's the GuitarPro tabs, and then submit it. So now they have everything they need to make this song. If I just hit post, right, which I'm not going to because I've already requested the particular song, it'll show up and it'll look exactly like this right here, right? They've now got the GuitarPro tabs. They've got the video they need. Let's say you can't find GuitarPro tabs. Well, there's a chance they'll actually want to make for. So here, this Lily Allen Not Fair song. I went and I found the YouTube video pasted that's there, but I could not find actual GuitarPro tabs. I just found regular bass tabs. I'll show you what those look like. This is what tablature, what most people when they think tablature looks like. So this isn't in a file format that they can import into EOF. They have to basically listen to the song and then match up one by one, enter the note. They have to enter in Editor on Fire. One by one, they would have to go in and enter every single note in its exact spot and make sure it lines up. And even with the GuitarPro tab, once they import that, they have to tell it what the beat is. So they're going to have to go find out what the beat is online. And they're going to have to, manually make sure that those notes from that GuitarPro tab actually line up with where they're hitting in the song. And they can listen to the MP3 and then move one by one, move the notes, or select a group of notes and move them to get everything to line up properly. And it is a lot of work. Even with the GuitarPro tabs, it's going to be at least 2 to 3 hours that they're going to spend on that on a simple song. On a complicated song, it could take them a lot longer. So it's very important that at the very least you provide some sort of tablature. Otherwise, if the tabs out there don't exist, right, you're basically saying, I want you to listen to the song with your, highly trained ears and then, chart out the music. And to be completely honest, very few of us, especially people playing Rocksmith, are going to have that kind of skill set. So you're asking essentially for a miracle. You're asking them to turn water into wine. And, good luck with that. It's just not going to happen. There are people out there who can do that, and there are people out there who can do that making Rocksmith songs, but you're already, even if you provide them everything they need, you're still asking that person for 3-4 hours of their time just to make this song, just to make you happy. And there are people out there, what you're hoping is that they happen to love that song too, and they'll find it an interesting challenge to make that song for you. But the easier you make it for them, the better. Okay, so it's where are you getting these tabs from? Well, in this case, it's ultimateguitar.com. So tabs.ultimate-guitar.com. They have them. But lots of other sites have them too. So this site might not have the tab that you want. The two I happen to choose came from this site. So you're going to want to just Google it. You're going to type in tabs, the name of the artist, the name of the song you want, and hope and pray that there is very at least a tab for it or better yet, that there is a GuitarPro tab. So I'm going to include all the links on how to do this, both from customforge.com and from Rocksmith. I'm also going to include Ultimate Guitars. Um, you know how to get to YouTube, obviously, because you're on it, but I'm going to include the tabs.ultimate-guitar.com. I'm going to include them as a source on a link in the description. Good luck to you. I hope that you choose some great songs that I haven't thought of, and I hope that somebody out there makes those songs for you in Customs Forge world. If you want to learn how to make your own songs for Rocksmith, it's pretty intense, so I haven't bothered trying to make a how-to video for that. But there are several other YouTubers that are huge Rocksmith fans that have gone through and step by step shown you how to do so. Those videos, I found them when I was trying to follow along with them. I did find most of them fairly lacking. There's some huge leaps that you're going to have to sort of figure out how to do things on your own within Editor on Fire in particular. That's just not documented out there on how to do so. And a lot of them, the people that are experienced doing so, when I posted on the forums, are you could kind of hear them sort of sigh, like, total noob. How could you not figure this out on your own? Don't feel bad if you get that kind of feedback. You're not an idiot. It's just not as user intuitive as you think it is after you already know how to do it. There's a huge learning curve trying to use that software. And Editor on Fire is not the only one you need. It's just that's the core bit of software that does most of the work for you. That's where you import the MP3, import the GuitarPro stuff, line everything up, and then export it out into a file that the Rocksmith tools can use. But you're going to have to download a lot of stuff just to even make all of that work. Um, it's not that necessarily you need the other software. You need the files, the shared files associated with that software. So it's important to download that stuff too. So anyhow, I hope you find this helpful. I hope that they make lots and lots of songs for you and that you have awesome requests for songs. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. All three help us considerably.